Hola, Ladna. Just doing an audio check. If you could please let me know if you can hear me. Hi, Dulce. Thank you for joining us. I'm just doing an audio check. If you guys can please confirm that you can hear me.
Just got it. Yes. Yes, yes. So I said that. Singing out. So it's crazy. It's like. Why don't you, why don't we just get on the telephone?
Ready to go.
The Tides leadership.
Okay. I call this meeting to order and we'll do the pledge of allegiance and then we'll report in closed session. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call. Roll call.
Director Hatcher,
Here.
Director Lamden. Here. President Andrade
Here.
and Director Hodges and Director Rosen both let us know ahead of time they could not attend today's meeting, so they are excused.
Clerk of the board, if I might, closed session started at 4:31 and all of the same board members were in attendance.
Thank you.
And there's no reportable action. It was a real estate question we had to deal with. So going on, 7.1, volunteer of the month. Turn on.
Testing. Good evening, Honorable Board Directors and President Andrade. My name is Chaz Cruz. I'm your Special Events and Volunteer Coordinator here at HARD. And today I'm so excited to present our July 2025 Volunteer of the Month. Luis Luna Rivera is being recognized as July 2025 Volunteer of the Month for his service in the Volunteer Parks Program. Luis has been volunteering with HARD since early 2024. He has consistently attended nearly every Volunteer in Parks event since he started. He has been to over 25 VIP events and has given nearly 100 hours of community service since starting. Luis has been a dedicated and dependable volunteer with HARD for over a year. He consistently arrives ready to work and approaches every task with enthusiasm and reliability. Luis volunteers because he enjoys connecting with the community members and offering support to those in need. Luis is an expert in trimming and pruning hedges and bushes, giving each one a uniform and clean look. Not only does he make it look easy, but he also gives tips and tricks to other volunteers on how to make our hedges and bushes look nice. Luis is always one of the last volunteers to leave. He sees any project given to him to the end and will always help with closing out at the end of every Volunteer in Parks project. We are proud to recognize Luis Luna Rivera as our July 2025 Volunteer of the Month. Thank you for our outstanding service and dedication.
En español, por favor.
Este mes, con mucha alegría y orgullo, reconocemos a Luis Luna Rivera como el voluntario del mes de julio 2025 por su gran apoyo al programa de voluntarios en parques. Desde principios del 2024, Luis ha sido parte de la familia de voluntarios de HARD y ha demostrado un gran compromiso con la comunidad. Ha participado en más de 25 eventos de voluntarios en parques, acumulando cerca de 100 horas de servicio comunitario. Luis es un voluntario constante y de confianza, siempre llega con buena actitud, listo para colaborar y cumple con cada tarea que se le asigna con responsabilidad y alegría. Se ofrece como voluntario porque le gusta conectar con las personas y brindar apoyo a quienes lo necesitan, algo que se refleja en su forma de trabajar. Una de sus habilidades más apreciadas es su manera de recortar y podar arbustos y setos. Los deja con una apariencia limpia y pareja y además comparte con otros voluntarios consejos útiles para lograr que nuestras áreas verdes luzcan mejor. Luis suele ser de los últimos en irse, se asegura de terminar cualquier trabajo que comenzó y siempre ayuda con la limpieza y la organización al cierre del evento. Nos da mucho gusto reconocer a Luis Luna Rivera como nuestro voluntario del mes de julio 2025. Gracias, Luis, por todo lo que haces y por tu dedicación a nuestra comunidad. Y si gustas decir algunas palabras, eres más que bienvenido. Okay. He just wants to say thank you. Y nos vamos a tomar una foto, por favor.
A small group today.
Yeah.
I know, you ready? Gonna take a couple. Perfect. Gracias.
Guys, you want me to next?
Muchas gracias.
Gracias. Okay. Vamos a continuar. Oh, excuse me. Consent calendar, and it's, oh, we have, I'm sorry. Recognition, I'm sorry, Resources for Community Development, RCD. Madrone Terrace, I'm so sorry.
No, please, let's not put that on consent. I'd like us to talk about it a little bit. Couldn't be more proud and happy to be here in front of you today. I'm Brian Laskos, as Director of Capital Planning and Development, and I was the project manager on Madrone Terrace project. And we're joined this evening by our representatives of our partner in that project, Resources for Community Development, or RCD Housing, Executive Director Dan Soslak, and then project manager, but now associate director of real estate, Jake Rosen. So, so we're here today to recognize that partnership, and we have, I guess I should just read the proclamation. Thank you. For the record, we have a beautiful proclamation that will be framed very well in your office. So, Board of Directors, proclamation in recognition of Resources for Community Development for partnership in the Madrone Terrace project. Whereas in 2018, then General Manager Paul McCreary initiated discussions with Resources for Community Development and established affordable housing developer from Berkeley, as both RCD and HARD recognized a mutual commitment to expand vital services and community opportunities in the Ashland area. And whereas on November 1st, 2018, the Board of Directors authorized the General Manager to sign a non-binding letter of intent with RCD, outlining the possibility of HARD partnering on an RCD project to deliver 70 to 90 units of much-needed affordable housing, while creating new public amenities to uplift local families through the inclusion of a new community center and daycare facility. And whereas HARD and RCD formalized this transformative vision on October 7th, 2019, through a binding memorandum of understanding that committed approximately 12,300 square feet of community serving recreation service spaces as an integral part of the Madrone Terrace project, ensuring that local residents would benefit from accessible, high-quality programs and safe spaces to gather, learn, and grow. And whereas construction began in April 2023 with Cahill Contractors serving as a general contractor for this $56 million investment in the community's future, which reached completion in May of 2025. And whereas the newly named Ashland Roots Center, Community Center, together with the on-site daycare facility, were officially conveyed to HARD from the Madrone Terrace Limited Partnership, the legal owner of the project, on June 9th, 2025, establishing a new neighborhood hub for recreation, learning, and connection. And whereas the Ashland Roots Center immediately began hosting its first summer programs, providing youth and families with enriching activities, safe gathering spaces, supportive resources, while a new daycare operator will soon expand access to affordable early childhood education and care, and all 79 housing units now provide secure, stable homes for those in need, strengthening the fabric of the Ashland community for generations to come. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Hayward Area Recreation and Park District does hereby recognize and honor Resources for Community Development for its unwavering partnership and dedication in delivering this neighborhood transforming project, which expands affordable housing, increases access to vital community services, and enhance the quality of life for all residents of Ashland. July 21, 2025. Little.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
I keep this stuff.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you all so much. Yeah, thank you, board, General Manager Wheeler, staff. We really couldn't have asked for a better partner on this project. I started on this project, like Brian said, as a project manager. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, and really benefited from having Hard there to kind of provide the stability and all the local knowledge that you brought to the project from your experience in the neighborhood. I learned so much from Brian as a project manager. And, I just think coming onto this project, the site was basically a junkyard and a smoke shop, and turning it into, there was, yes, who could forget? And now it's, 79 units of affordable housing with affordable childcare and a community center for the neighborhood. We really couldn't ask for anything better. So it's just been a huge joy for me over the last 5 years to be involved, and to work so closely with all of you, and all of your wonderful staff, to make the project a success. So thank you all so much.
Thanks. Thanks, Jake. So, I just wanted to say that for me, I think I had more distance from this partnership than I normally do. And, I had to think about why that was. And the reason was that it went so well. I mean, we talked about that before you guys started meeting. I think the first time I really met most of this group was walking through the building, which was beautiful and creative and fun. And right, and the building is fantastic, and the work that you guys did was wonderful. And I really do want to make that point about just the competency. I mean, the commitment that you had, your ability to work with us to solve problems. I really worried that we would get to a point on a building like this where, the contribution that you guys make was necessary to build the building. And if it wasn't there, we couldn't do it. So, I just really want to appreciate that. I want to say that in terms of honors, kind of back at you, I hope you guys know that we're honoring you guys at our annual fundraiser in Berkeley, which is on September 24th. It's called Sparking Connections. We're doing an honor with some of our really wonderful partners on some of these new buildings that we finish. And I know that we've shared that with you, with your staff, I think. And so, so we hope you'll join us so we can kind of repay this honor. Finally, I just want to say that, this kind of work is really part of our work. We're Resources for Community Development. I have board members who say that to me every month, that we're not just housing. And we've been working in this community in Ashland, unincorporated Alameda County now for 10 years. And this project really is more than the housing. And you guys have really helped us, make our vision a reality. I want to say that over 90% of the housing we build that has community serving space, non-housing space, it's filled with community serving nonprofits, organizations like the Park District, and local small businesses. So we really care about that. And, it's very, very important to us that we are able to build buildings like this and have these partnerships, and look forward to being housemates with you guys for a long, long time. Thanks.
I'm sure the board
Yeah.
might want to thank you, and Megan might want to say something. I'd definitely like to tell you something. So if you want to.
Well, I just want to say that sometimes the stars align, because it's really hard to find great partners like yourselves. We work with other agencies and other cities and so on, and sometimes there's a little bit of a disconnect. But this went so smoothly. It's great. It's also great that we're having a park built next door, so there's going to be a lot of services for the area, which we recognized for many years it was underserved. So now it's going to meet some of those needs. So thank you so much for being a great partner. So yeah, why don't I go down there For what?
Yeah, Director Lemner, Hatch, did you want to?
Yeah, would you like to say something? I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sure. So, yeah, I came in at the very tail end of this project, but had started my sort of, well, prior to being elected, was an advocate around homelessness and worked in that field. And prior to that, worked in recreation. And so the culmination of this project, the humanity that is infused in every part of this project is really remarkable. And that wouldn't have been possible without you all. So thank you.
Yeah, I grew up in this area, so I ride my bike around Ashland and Cherryland since I was a kid. And when you brought your project Ashland Place in there, it, as you just stated, it was a lot more than just housing that was brought in. You know, multiple of the incubator spaces that were put in there and working with Mandela Marketplace, those have become businesses in our local community. And so the combination of, you know, housing mixed with this community services is a true statement of your name and your mission. You know, after getting to know the resources that you brought in when you had the community development staff downstairs. You know, we had most of our meetings down there to do identifiers to kind of show this community that they have purpose, they have a location, they have identity. And so your building was where we met most of the time. So I know beyond, you know, you set it in motion and you kind of set the vision, but that when Paul approached the board back, you know, those years ago, stating that this is a partnership we're looking at, you know, it was just can't wait to see what happens and how it evolved and to see what this project is. It's, you know, I'm always like, okay, now the platform is built. And so that relationship, and though it was, you said, so easy, I mean, we'd understand the challenges of what it took to do this. And so commending not only your visioning, but our staff's evolution and visioning is pretty powerful. So thank you for your commitment.
I should have said.
Yeah, got a gold star.
Thank you.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake, you're a model example of resiliency. And we recognize that through the project. Megan and I talk a lot, and Brian and I talk a lot, and your guidance through this. And then, of course, Dan, your vision for this organization is pretty incredible to me. I think it was a model partnership where bang for the buck is a real term here, right? Like you helped us get something we never could have built there. And we helped you get something for the 79 members of the community that are occupying those spaces now. And so I just think it's a testament, as everyone has said, to what a beneficial, real good partnerships. We kept saying, you know, we want to look for mutually beneficial partnerships. And I think this is probably for us one of the most mutually beneficial partnerships we've encountered in my 7 years here. The other thing I want to say is kind of to emulate what Director Hatcher said. Thank you for developing the entire community for this one. This is a big deal. 42 slots of free childcare, not affordable. Free childcare is a pretty significant deal for that community and our community. So I just want to emulate what everyone said. Thank you so much. I can't even tell you how much we appreciate this and you. And you know, you get a nice little crystal, but really that's just something to remember how much we appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
On that and.
Okay.
Requisite pictures.
This is what we're here for.
Huh?
This is what it's all about.
It's like the little.
Yeah, you should be. That's fine. Yeah, maybe, right, and get in this picture too, so it's kind of a cool deal.
So that is breakable.
I get to go down here and direction. Am I too close? Am I too close?
All right, so we'll look at me. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'll shoot a couple. Perfect. Thank you.
We'll see you soon. If we can ever do anything for you, let us know.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Yeah. You don't have to just put it in a box.
Look. If we can ever do anything for you guys, No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
You want someone to stand up and tell the world how great you are, or you need something here, yeah. Feel free anytime.
do that.
Yeah, no, I'm dead serious. Someone getting on, you say, Cole Wheeler, he thinks we're okay.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Has,
Public comment.
oh, public comments. You're right. I missed that. Well, where's that? Anyone here for, I don't see anyone from the public. Is there anyone online that wishes to speak?
There is no one online.
Okay.
Raised hand.
Okay, so with that, we'll go past public comments is closed. Consent calendar, we have 5 items, I believe, and they consist of the draft minutes of July 7th, the monthly cash disbursements for month of June of 25, Greenbelt Trails signage project rejection, adoption of the resolution to certify categorical exemption for Sulphur Creek, and the staff report on the Association of Bay Area Governments Priority Conservation. Well, it was just, yeah, but this is not, it's a consent item. Yeah, an amendment. Okay. Is there anyone who wishes to pull any of these items?
Mr. President, I'll move the consent 9.1 to 9.5.
Okay. It was moved by Director Hatcher.
Second.
Seconded by Director Lambden. Okay, please vote. Oops, sorry. Yeah, motion carries unanimously. With 2 abstentions, excused abstentions. Written communications, none. Public hearing, none. Unfinished business. Approval of change order for Alameda County Agricultural History Center project. Adoption of a resolution to accept the county's Agricultural History Center project. Go ahead, Marvin.
Good evening. Take questions.
Okay, great. Good evening, Honorable Board of Directors. My name is Marvin Yee. I'm the Senior Bond Project Manager. The item before you is in regards to the Alameda County Agricultural History Center. As you may recall, last February, the board awarded the contract to Suarez and Munoz Construction. The board also authorized the general manager to approve change orders up to 10%. That project was completed last week on July the 17th. That project was also partly funded through ARPA funds, which expires at the end of June. In order to ensure that those funds are fully expended by the deadline, HARD added a scope to the project, which is to build out the irrigation system. However, adding that scope exceeded the general manager's authority by $20,101.40. Staff recommendation is to authorize the general manager to approve a change order for the Alameda County Agricultural History Center, and also to adopt a resolution authorizing the general manager to accept the Alameda County Agricultural History Center project. Following the acceptance, staff will file a notice of completion and would also release the retention to the contractor within 35 days.
and this project is under 2-year warranty.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from the board or comments? Nothing? Okay. No one's here for the public, so we'll move on. Can I get a motion to approve this item?
Yeah, I'll move 12.1.
I will second.
It's moved by Director Hatcher, seconded by Director Lambden. Please vote.
Congratulations on the completion of the project.
Yes.
With drip.
The motion carries unanimously except for 2 absentees. Okay. Okay, with that. Okay. Item 13.1, new business, park naming on D and Clay Street.
Sorry. Good evening, Honorable President Andrade and Honorable Board. Tonight I have the honor of the naming of D and Clay. So in accordance with the name guideline number 1, to honor a person who has made significant contributions to or had a significant impact on the district, the community, the field of recreation and parks, or the country, staff recommends naming the park at D and Clay Street and Hayward Carol Pereira Park in recognition of her lasting impact on the district, the community, and the field of recreation and parks. As you've received the report, you can read the impact that Ms. Pereira had on the district, on the variety of different projects, on the inclusion of a variety of different things with the district. For the 40 years that she spent here, her name appears in many a park on a plaque. She, is a lifelong resident of Hayward, growing up right up D Street. She has deep roots in the area. She's still my first phone call for historical information, or if I don't quite remember how something went, she is the first person that has all of those details. So the history that she has with the district, her love for the district, if it's in the newspaper or she has a concern, she still will come down to the office to make sure she clearly understands. And with her tenure on the board, her committee meetings, she attended over about 800 meetings here at the district. So, the impact that she's made, along with her love for both the district and her profession, and her embracing the rich history that we have here at the district. She collaborates with us. She's our historian. And then I think one of her greatest achievements is her willingness to work tirelessly for the community. And with that, staff is recommending that the board, by motion, waive compliance with the specific provisions of the park and facility naming policy, specifically requirements 1, 2, and 4, under the approval process, and name the district property located at D and Clay Street in Hayward, Carol Pereira Park.
Great. Any comments or questions from the board? Please go ahead. Director Lambden, please.
Okay, thank you. So I admit that I had some pause about this when it came to committee, and I'm thinking a lot about what that was about. And it has nothing to do with Carol specifically. Her dedication to the park, to the district, her longevity, her love, all of the things that you said very well, Nicole, all of that's valid. I think my pause was about the process. And so I'm not objecting to this naming. But I do want to put a placeholder for some policy. Maybe it's the Programs and Policy Committee that takes it up. Maybe it's a subcommittee in the next year. But thinking about what are the equity considerations for a particular name? How do we vet the particular name? What are the policy metrics that happen outside of our emotions? There are lots of reasons to name things. And so I'm just asking for future that we, it's a good policy. And I think, for instance, there are provisions for removing a name if there's an issue, but there's not a lot about vetting it on the front end. other than the community engagement piece, which is important and well done. I think there is more to think about here, and I'm looking forward to that. I'd like to see that conversation in the future. But I can support this particular proposal. Thank you.
Thank you. Director Hatcher.
I guess question to staff is that, if we do accept the staff recommendations tonight, can it still go in front of, again, with the policy committee? You said it was already put in front of policy?
Yep.
Capital?
Yep.
Okay.
It's been through committee. We have what we felt was a fully developed facility naming process. We're very transparent in what you're asking you to waive, and I believe why. And again, there's a lot of properties that we could name. This one is proximate to where past President Pereira grew up, her family farm. And we just felt like we have been talking about naming something for a few different people for years, and that could fit into the process. It could go off to someone and they could decide, we don't care about Paul McCreary, or we don't care about these other people we've talked about potentially naming things after. So in this particular case, I am not a person to waive policy rules or anything. But I also, as I was expressing to a few people, I don't know anybody who's served 40 years on any board in an elected position for anything that I've met. And so I think that's unique, and that's why we're asking for this unique acceptance and exception.
Okay. Thanks for the clarification on that. And, I say this not for an age factor thing, but Carol, Director Pereira was put on the board when I was 12, and she replaced my swim coach, and I was her vice president the entire time she was the, director here. So I will wholeheartedly embrace this concept and this idea to name a park for her and with her, and look forward to the future conversations.
Yes, I think I can support this as well. We have named Bacon Center after a former board member, and the Morrison Auditorium after a former board member, and well deserved. So I think it's within our prerogative to do this, and I think the policy allows for it. So I don't think there's an issue with that. If for the refinement of any policies, we could bring it up and go with that. But I think this one is well deserved.
As a point of information, just for my own edification, as we look to go backwards in history and look at the policy and what we've done. So what was the process before we decided we needed a facility naming policy while I've been general manager?
Is my recollection is that we had so few new parks that this hardly ever came up,
Oh, okay.
And I think the first time we did it was we had Cannery Park come up. That I recall, and they sent out letters to community groups, and maybe it was informal without a policy, but I know that as a community, with Cherryland Association, at the time we got a letter regarding that.
Okay.
And so there was already outreach for that. And it wasn't until really, I'm trying to think with the new parks we had. The naming, and it's just been very few that we've had, brand new.
I was just curious.
I think the
because
policy that
looking
we've
forward
had,
to-
this is probably a little bit more formal than we did before, but we did do outreach. I know that was part of
Yeah,
it.
I was just curious as we go forward and explore revisiting the policy.
Okay. Okay, with that, does anyone would care to do a motion?
Yeah, I'd love to support a motion for 13.1.
A second? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be proud to second it. So it's moved by Director Hatcher and seconded by myself, Director Andrade. And with that, please vote. Okay, the motion carries unanimously with 2 abstaining or absent rather. Okay.
Just a note in the staff report, there was to be a space between Carol and Pereira. It's not Carol Pereira together park, but assuming that would be the case.
Okay. Okay, so other business, brief informational reports. Rick, why don't you start over there? And
I did attend the California Special Districts Association. It was a joint meeting between the Alameda County Special Districts Association and Contra Costa Special Districts Association. I was there for introductions. I will belay to my co director, Peter Rosen, because I had to leave a little bit early, but it was well attended, and it's always a positive to be able to talk with other special districts about what's going on within their districts, because and our legislative team was there for the CSDA, so it's always good to be able to get a little chat with them. I attended another VIP, which our volunteer tonight was there again. And one thing about what he does, he usually will bring somebody with him to the VIP, and so that's a wonderful process. And Gail was at Greenwood Park, and commending staff for doing another great event there. Actually, Saul was running that because I think Chaz was a little under the weather. So great to see the park and the volunteers in there. I was very lucky, and I saw Director Landon there early in regards to the new TV that was brought out by staff. It was quite magical to see it in action, and the sound was great. I always enter locations sometimes from the far away as I can and kind of feel the whole vibe coming in. So I was all the way in the back of the park hearing it.
this was in San Lorenzo.
This is San Lorenzo Community Park, and I'm sure, did we have any comments from the neighbors after that event, or I'm sure that might come out? Yeah, excellent.
Call it TV.
It's a Jumbotron, right?
It's TV, you know, it's,
Thanks for telling us.
yeah, even big screen is a little kind of like, I don't know, it's like mega screen or something. It's ours, and then really great to feel the buzz around the TV in the park and what it will bring to our
Was
district.
it well attended?
It was not as well attended as you think it might be, but I think it was just, you know, I'm in that park almost daily, and I've never seen it so empty. I mean, there's more people there at 7 a.m., so I'm not sure what was going on. But, you know, July, it was our first event. I'm sure that, you know, the future will only be bright for that mega screen for our events. Director Rosen and I did meet with Supervisor Miley. I did report back out to our general manager. It is a quarterly meeting between the supervisor and us in regards to some key hard topics that come up. And so I did brief the general manager in that discussion. And a key takeaway from that was the, you know, information in regards to what HARD is doing with our special events and some of the combination events that the Supervisor Milan as FamFest and other ones that we've, you know, become a part of in a more directed way. So he was very excited, as he is a great advocate and believer in what we're doing and in how we're doing it in the community. We talked about the Measure W funds. We had a few different topics in regards to, you know, Mission in Hampton, the flood controls, issue with not supporting of their monetary ask of the community and kind of what that means. We updated the supervisor on the San Lorenzo Creek Trail, the Mission in Hampton property, gave him a brief update on what the aquatic complex was having, what we were looking to do there, as well as the Laurel School. So he's, you know, trying to just kind of bring him up to speed of what we're working on in the community.
What Mission in Hampton property is?
The Mission in Hampton, Mission in Hampton, you know, Mission Maddox. So I guess the Hamptons on the other side.
Yeah.
And just a note, I did stumble across the East Bay Swim League Championships at the Chabot College, and being a former competitive swimmer, walking into an arena of vibrancy. Half the swim teams that were there were within our district. They're all local swim teams, and it just reinvigorated my concept of not only the need for swimming, the need for water safety, you know, hearing of the drowning of the ex-Cosby, you know, if you heard one of the cast members from Cosby who drowned in the last day or two, and it, you know, looking at the opportunity to be able to help prevent that and looking at swimming as a life skill that is incredibly important for this community. So I, again, puts a resolve of moving that forward, you know, and have the best way we can. Thank you.
Director.
Thank you. Yeah, the soccer event was great, and I've heard really good buzz about, now that the fall guide's out, people excited about the new programs and so on. So kudos on all of the things that are coming up and that are already happening. And similarly was at an event at Castro Valley Community Park on over the weekend, and people talking about how great the care of the park was and appreciated the repair, not just the splash pads, but the pothole in the parking lot and so on. So facilities looking really great as well. So thank you for all of that. And then kind of an unofficial VIP, I met somebody who happens to be working, taking it upon themselves to do some work in Carlos B in collaboration with some of the park staff, and just really excited about how our community owns our facilities in a meaningful way. So thanks.
Thank you. I have nothing to report, so staff.
Good evening, Honorable Board President Andrade, James Wheeler, General Manager. So just for the record, we have more kids on recreational swim teams this year than we've had in the last 15 years at more sites. So this idea that being a swim league or part of a swim league, we have been working on that. International Drowning Day is Friday, the 25th of July, and we'll be posting and trying to do some drowning prevention work around that. And I am not sure it has been officially told to you because we've been waiting on RSVPs, but we will be doing the ribbon cutting, groundbreaking, and another park opening ribbon cutting on August 12th, Tuesday, August 12th, beginning 11:30. We will move from the Ashland Roots Center, 12:30. We'll break the ground at Ashland Grove Park, and then we will transport everybody down to Mission and Maddox for a 1 o'clock opening and rest of the day for as long as people want to hang around. We will be visiting the Row Ranch tomorrow. The poles have arrived for our challenge course, and we're looking for a location for a building to store our stage, large LED screen and our climbing wall. So we probably try to build some kind of facility for that. I have a meeting tomorrow with Aaron Avery from CSDA to discuss AB 339 and its incredible impact on the contractors we use to provide recreation classes and programs that are affordable to the community. That is sponsored by Assemblymember Ortega. So we'll be trying to see if we can help maybe change portions of that. They have changed some contracting portions of for public works agencies in that bill already. So we're hoping we can get some traction on that. I'll also be going to a meeting on the Bayfair Mall development and the redevelopment there with, it's a Parks and Recreation focused meeting that myself and staff from San Leandro and other staff from here will be attending. And I believe that's what I have for you. Oh, and the carriage house was supposed to get painted today, but it rained. Took your only fire, huh?
I got something else.
Good evening, President Andrade, Honorable Board of Directors, Adrian Labor, Director of Recreation, Arts and Community Services. I think it was mentioned, but we had a great time at the street fair last week on Thursday, and our Play Hard Zone staff counted over 1,200 visitors to our booth, which was great. We had a camping trip over the weekend for families who had never been camping before through our Go Hard program. This coming Saturday, we'll be doing a VIP at Stonebrae. And then I'm just going to mention a couple dates that will be in the next GM newsletter, but we will be having our chorus concert, the DMT chorus concert, August 1st and 2nd, a free teen splash day held at the Plunge on August 2nd. On August 5th, this is a new thing. It's party at Mission Hills Driving Range for a Top Tracer event. We actually have a DJ, and it's a whole new concept with food, and it was really quite popular last month. August 7th, we're hosting a mini market pop-up with Mandela Partners at Ashland Zocalo Park. So that will be our first collaboration with them, which should be great. DJ some of their vendors, and then our mobile rec unit. August 8th, movie in the park at Castro Valley Park, and August 9th, another VIP at Fairmont Terrace. And then just wanted to let you know that the county, along with the chamber, has decided to reschedule FamFest this year, just due to some things happening. So that date will be coming out in the future. Thank you.
Good evening, honorable members of the board. This is Dwayne Taylor, Parks and Facilities Maintenance Director. So I have two updates tonight. So the first one being, yes, Meeks Carriage House is being painted. It was delayed a bit today because of some of the rain, but we're expecting them to get started tomorrow, and they should be closing out the job within 15 days. That was the expectation. The next thing is the goats. The goats are well underway. We're expecting to wrap things up. The last two facilities that they need, well, last two areas they need to address are Deer View and Carlos B. Park. And so we're expecting that to start end of this week, early next week, and hopefully it can be done sooner than later, and then we can get ready to look at next year. Thank you.
Director Taylor, while I'm thinking about it, we should talk about the order we do these parks in, because it seems we saved the two parks for last, where we have some very vocal people feel about those fire areas. So
I would definitely look at that for next year. It'll be part of the RFP.
Well, they're all high flammable areas and they're all have houses, but I mean, it's sort of how do you prioritize? It's really, yeah.
The
Yeah.
two that we hear from most.
yeah.
They're not full Adrian. Okay.
But it's hard to please everyone there. So nothing from you. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
wait, what about the seat next to you? Oh, they got no.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the Mike-less one. Good evening, Honorable Board of Directors. Nicole Espinoza-Roa, Assistant to the General Manager and Public Information Officer. You miss me? Well, I missed you guys too. It's a lot warmer in this room than where I was, believe it or not, in Florida. As Jim mentioned, the invite has gone out and will be circulating with a variety of the different groups that we work with in Ashland. Currently, there's 200 people on the invite list, the Evite list, and we have 51 people have confirmed that their attendance for that day. So we're super excited for all of the park openings and groundbreakings. Also, all of the dates and information that was shared with you today will come out in your general manager's newsletter that should come out to you this week.
We're running shuttle service that day too, up and down the street with our vans.
We're not gonna do like a 2K race, from one park to the next.
Yeah. That'd be too.
You know, you
Park to
can
park
race anybody over there that can run it. Probably Dwayne, couldn't Dwayne man.
All right, you're on.
Oh wait, Steve Love did a half marathon.
Yeah,
yesterday. What about
he
the
ran
anybody?
Got ninth.
Yeah, ninth in a half marathon yesterday overall.
Overall.
Yeah.
Overall. Steve, that just changed the look.
Talk age group, one thing.
Rick can run. Rick can run. Be careful. Okay.
Okay. With that, I'm going to adjourn the meeting. Thank you.
Then we do honor.
Thank you so much, Latna and Dulce.